Hi guys, this is Karina. So I'm back with another tutorial, and today we're going to be working on my template 77. So if you follow me on Instagram, you know that this template 77 is pretty much identical, similar to my template 71 Dahlia. So just a little background on 71 for those of you who are new following me. So template 71 has been out for, I want to say, around 2 months. Template 71 originally was a succulent flower. But then I realized that some of the petals, because it comes with various different style of petals, that some of the petals resembled a dahlia that I wanted to recreate. So I used some of those petals and I was able to recreate a dahlia, which is absolutely gorgeous. So this is 71. So this is what some of the petals look like, and these are the petals that I actually used to make the dahlia for 71. So these are meant for larger flowers, mostly roughly around 12 to like 20 inches. But because everyone seems to be so in love with this flower, which I don't blame you because it's so beautiful, I've been getting requests for paper flower sets to incorporate these, but in a smaller version, and this one will not work for me. So I had to make her into a smaller version, which I did. So that comes my 77, which she is right here. So as you can tell, I mean, there's a huge size difference. So here's 71 and here is 77. So with 77 you receive 6 petals compared to 71 you receive 7. To make the dahlia I use the 7 petals, but for this one she's gonna have 6. Okay, now if you want to watch a tutorial on 71, go to my Instagram TV. The video is there. I believe it's a 2-part video, and I explain the template and all that, and I go step by step on how to recreate. Essentially it's the same way how we're going to make these. Obviously these are just a little smaller version. The one you see here is 6 inches. This one right here is roughly around 8 and 9, which we're going to be doing today. And then this one back here, she's around 12 inches. And it's all using these 6 petals here. So let me just review with you guys. So for this little cutie, you're going to receive 3 circles, just like how you do with 71, and you're going to receive 3 different size circles. So for this little cutie, if you want to make her, all I did was I used a smaller little base and I used the first 3 petals. So just like 71, you're only going to pick 3 petals consecutively. So I used the first 3 and then the small circle. And then again, just like 71, the first 2 layers are always going to be your biggest one. Then your 3rd layer is going to be your middle one, and then your last 2 layers, which are your top ones, will be your smallest one. So again, I can tell you roughly how many I used, but again, you use more or less, it's okay. So roughly I've noticed, guys, that when I do make these, roughly they're around the same amount, typically like around between 12 and 15 for like the bigger layers, and then roughly like around 9 for these, and then the top as well. So I mean, again, if you use more or less, it's okay. Just follow the technique, okay? For the larger one, I just did the larger base, and then I did the 3 larger petals. Same thing, follow the same technique. So for today, I'm gonna do this one. So you need your medium circle, and then so with your 6 petals, I did not use this one, the baby one, but I did use the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th petal. Okay. So roughly I made 30 of these, 15 of these, and then 10 of these. So again, if I end up using more or less, it's okay. If you end up more than less, it's okay. Just follow the technique, okay? So let's get started. I already know this is going to be a 2-part, so just brace yourselves. All right, super simple, but it is time consuming. So you want, go ahead and trace so your medium circle the same color as what your flower is going to be. Okay, I am using the pink buttons pack from Michaels, and I'm actually going with the color the second darkest in their pack of the pink. Okay, so not their real dark one, but the one before that one. That's what I am using today. So it is 65-pound weight. So I have that ready to go. You're going to prep the petals exactly the same way as the larger version, but this time I highly recommend a very thin wooden dowel because you are working with smaller petals. So a thin wooden dowel is going to be your best friend. You can get these at any craft store, guys. So let's move that out of the way. Let me show you how to prep. So you're going to give them a curl. You're going to, I like to pinch like the right side and then grab the left and then twist. You're going to add a little bit of glue. Hold. This is what we want. Grab your wooden dowel, your two ends, give them a slight curl back. So this is essentially what you want to do to all your petals, okay? Let me show you again. Wait, that one goes here. So give it a curl. Now I don't recommend anything thicker than 65 or 67, guys, because these are smaller petals, so the thicker the paper, the harder it's going to be. Okay, so you could even get away with text weight paper. Okay, so there's my little cone. Grab your wooden dowel, give it a slight curl back, and there you go. Okay, so that's how you're gonna prep them. So mine are already prepped. I have a few extra just in case. So let's get started. So you're gonna start off with your biggest one. So I made 30, and we will see, because remember, these are gonna be your first and second layer. So you're gonna have your circle. You're gonna give it a little pinch. You're gonna add a little bit of glue. And then place your first one, just like that. Your goal here is you're just gonna go around. Now, you want them somewhat close to each other. You don't wanna space them too much, okay? So let me show you. So you kind of want something like that. You don't want too much of a gap between them. Because with this certain Dahlia, there's just a lot of petals and they look like they're very close together. So you want to keep them. And again, if you go to my video tutorial on 71, I show you the inspiration, guys. The flower that inspired me for this flower. So this is what you're going to do. You're just going to go all around in a circle. And if you're wondering what glue gun I am using the Attack Pro 80. You can find this again at any craft store. I got mine off Amazon, but I've seen them at Walmart. I've seen them at Hobby Lobby. I've seen them at Michaels. I've seen them at Joann's. So, I mean, and I you know what? I really do like it. It came, I think, with another, I don't know if it was on 2 or 3 different nozzles, so you can change them. And I like this one because you can have the thinner one. Can you see that? So it works perfectly with smaller flowers, especially with this one because these petals are so small. So it just gives you that nice little glue. Another recommendation would also be the Surbounder detailed glue gun, because that one also has a very thin nozzle and is great to working with smaller flowers. All right, I'm going to pause it here, guys, and I will be back with part 2.